So hello everyone, my name is Greg Warburton. I am a sports performance, mental, emotional fitness trainer in Corvallis area for the last 15 to 20 years, a retired professional counselor, and my focus is on providing young people and parents real help right now, which means taking the age-old advice of be mentally tough, keep your emotions off the field, and compete with confidence. And then a young athlete might ask me, well, how do I do that? I agree, I want to. How do I do it? So my focus has been on teaching an actual mental, emotional fitness skill set. And I've been teaching middle school, high school, and college athletes for the last 15 years. So what today I'd like to do is introduce what I've called a 3-minute body, mind, energy warm-up that is intended pre-practice, pre-game, or you can generalize the skills to using the same warm-up for before an exam and with your academics, or in relationships, or just how you're doing in life, considering the idea that I can stay mentally, emotionally fit using some of these skills. And also, as I'm wearing my t-shirt that says relax body, calm mind, the point and purpose is to dependably be able to relax your body and calm your mind. So I speak to young people also about quick, effective methods and efficiency. So this is much more efficient than trying to think your way to a good place, especially if you're already upset. So I'm going to go right into what I'm calling the 3-minute routine. There are 3 steps to it: body, mind, energy, warm up, more efficient and useful than trying to think your way to a good place. And so I'm going to invite my 2 guests here who I want to introduce. Eric Daisy, teacher, coach, and parent, who I've worked with for the last 8 or 9 years. And I have Sebi Law, a top student athlete from Corvallis High, who has been gracious enough to join us as well. Both of these gentlemen have been using the same body, mind, energy warm-up that I'll be showing you. So I want to invite the 2 of you, Eric and Sebi, to please join me as in step 1, which is hooking up. So what I'm inviting people to do is, anyone who's watching is just sit comfortably. The process begins with scanning your body, noticing how you're feeling in your whole body from head to toe, neck, shoulders, heart rate, breathing, stomach, upper legs, lower legs, feet, upper arms, forearms, hands. And as you're noticing and directing your attention, so this is getting out of your thinking brain into using your mental ability of attention to tune into how you're feeling in your body. And this first step is intended to boost coordination, balance, and clear your mind. So to start it, you're sitting comfortably, crossing your feet at the ankles, and then with your arms, you're going to stretch your arms out and put one wrist on top of the other. Grab your hands and just turn in. And when you're in this position, if it's comfortable, we're going to hold this position for 1 to 2 minutes. If that's uncomfortable on your wrists or hands, once you're here, you can just open. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to keep time. We'll just do 1 minute. Comfortably breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. It works best with eyes closed. If that's uncomfortable, just pick a spot on the floor and gaze at that. Ready, set, go. For those of you who may be watching this at home, I'm inviting you to try the same first step body-mind exercise to get a feel for how it feels in your body and your mind. So that's a long minute. I'll invite you to rejoin at your own pace. Again, scanning your body and see what you notice. Those of you who may be watching at home, it's okay if you don't notice anything right now. Just please know the intention is to feel centered and balanced and boost coordination, balance, and clearing your mind. And the other thing I'm talking about constantly is once you know the skills, then you know what to practice. So consider making a commitment to diligently practice the skills. So that's step one. Step two is called the cross crawl. And what that means is we have a midline of our body. So what we want to have energy, natural energy flowing in our bodies, crossing over the midline of our body. Right side of brain sending energy to left side of brain sending energy to right side. And ideally, you want a nice figure eight pattern of energy crossing over this midline of your body from head to toe. And Sebi has agreed to show the cross crawl. You can do all these three steps sitting down, standing up, or even lying down. So Sebi, if you would show the cross crawl.
Yeah.
Just like 10 times, just gently, no straining of muscles. So you're watching Sebi just crossing over the midline of his body, opposite elbow to opposite knee. And again, 10 times or so. And the intention and purpose is this continues to promote that crossing over of energy. And the point of moving energy is that when you're not performing or feeling your best, it may have more to do with blocked energy in your system than it has to do with lack of willpower or determination or a negative attitude. Thank you, Sebi.
Yeah.
And then the third step is one round of tapping acupuncture points. This is like self-help acupuncture. No needles. People like knowing that. And I want you to just consider, if you've never heard of acupuncture, consider the idea that you have natural energy, primarily electromagnetic energy, flowing through your body from head to toe. So imagine with me an energy circulation or an energy circulatory system like you have for your blood. We want oxygen-rich blood flowing from head to toe through clean veins and arteries. Vein or artery gets blocked, bad things happen. The same idea with under the energy psychology umbrella is we want to move energy and open up the lines of energy. So imagine a little microtubule that's carrying energy from head to toe. There are 12 lines of energy running up both sides of your body and 2 lines of energy running up the middle of your body and down to the bottom of your spine. So the point and purpose with physically tapping the points is it's a dependable way to relax your body, calm your mind, and it's a way to open up the energy flows, again, primarily electromagnetic energy, natural to your body, and healing in nature. So it's useful for mental, emotional, and physical challenges. So this is the third step of a body-mind energy warm-up. I'm going to say some sentences that you can use as a protocol. And again, the whole point and purpose of this is to move into a relaxed body, calm mind state, especially during this time of the pandemic and all the uncertainty in young athletes losing their seasons. and not sure what's happening, what's going forward. So this is a way to stay mentally, emotionally calm and fit. So you'll be tapping with index finger and middle finger. You tap hard enough to hear it, but not so hard it hurts. And you're going to start at the eyebrow point. And while I'm tapping, those of you who are watching at home, inviting you to try this, tapping at the eyebrow point and hearing the sentence, I choose to let go of all noticed and unnoticed nerves or tension in my whole body and mind. And then side of eyes, not the temple, but on the eye socket, I choose to let go of all noticed and unnoticed negative thinking about losing my sport, about the state of my life now. Under eyes on the cheekbone, I choose to let go of all noticed and unnoticed doubt about my upcoming performance, academically, athletically, or my life performance right now. And top lip, I choose to transform that energy into a powerful, productive performance each day. Increase of your chin, bottom lip, I choose to easily move into the flow of my day, whether it's on the sport field, in the classroom, or in my life, daily life. There's a point at your collarbone. If you follow your collarbone across to the base of your throat and just come down under the bone, I choose to be calm. And there's a point on your sternum. It's, if you have a buttoned shirt, it's like the third button on the shirt. I choose to be energetic. And there's a point, if you go straight down your chest to the bottom of your rib cage and then come up 3 ribs, I choose to be focused and present in the moment. And then underarm, this point is technically 4 inches down from your armpit. I just use my whole hand. I choose to let life be effortless. And then there's some points on your hands. If I was reaching out to shake hands, I separate my fingers. I'm just tapping right by the fingernail, each point. And again, you tap 7 times or so. It doesn't have to be precise. So I choose to admit any upsetting feelings. I choose to decide how I want to live my life during this pandemic. I choose to stay optimistic and courageous. So you can create your own language for how you intend to live your life during this pandemic time where we don't know what's happening from day to day. And you tap each finger right by the fingernail. And then there are 2 other points. If you went to the top knuckles, ring finger, little finger, and then come into the crease of the back of your hand just above the 2 knuckles, ring finger, little finger. And this is a nice single point for managing anxious moments of anxiety and worry and fear. Then there's one other point on the side of your hand. And the last part of this system that matters is about self-acceptance. Self-acceptance meaning you don't have to like everything you do. You do have to be willing to admit that it happened. So it could sound something like, even though I've been really upset and confused and angry, having lost my sports season or not knowing what's ahead of me as a senior for university or college, the truth is that's happening sometimes, and I totally and completely accept myself anyway. So noticing, admitting thoughts, feelings helps me clear upset out of my mind and body so that I can relax and be clear-minded to decide what to do today, what to do for my future. You do that 3 times. As I notice and admit, all upsets leaving my body now so that I can be in a clear-minded state to make decisions going forward. So that's a round of tapping. I do want to mention, once you know those tapping points, that it takes about a minute to go around the points. So that's the 3-minute body, mind, energy warm up. One more time. The first step is hooking up, crossing feet at the ankles and hands. Second step is crossing over the midline of your body, the cross crawl. And third step is tapping around 14 energy points from the emotional freedom technique one time around, and then see how you feel. Point and purpose. It's a dependable way to relax your body, calm your mind, to stay more mentally clear, and to handle the ups and downs of what's going on in our world today. So I want to invite Eric and Sebi, who've used this method and the system that I teach, mental emotional fitness training system, for a few years. They've agreed they would make some comments on how they find it useful, especially during this pandemic.
For me, I find myself using it a lot during this track season, especially, and before big tests such like AP tests or anything that I find that is stressing me out. And for track meets, I use it right before I start warming up, and I find that it helps get my head in the right space and just calm my body and get myself ready to compete at the high level. And then for AP tests and things like that, I find that it just helps me calm down and just get to a calm space where I know I can take my tests and do the best of my ability.
Great. I appreciate your clear comments. What did you do before you learned some of these mental emotional fitness skills?
It was really just kind of trying to talk my way through it and just say that I'm doing okay, and then I'm going to do good and things like that. And that can help, but I just find this is a lot better thing to use, and I just can depend on it a lot more than just trying to talk myself through it.
Thank you, Sebi.
Yeah.
I think for me, the routines have helped me regulate and channel emotion. In lieu of emotion being the driving force or hijacking how I want to show up in a situation, I think the methods have helped me, like I say, regulate and channel those. They also have been a means to routinely stay focused on the things that I want and the way that I do want to show up. And so as I'm tapping through the points, I'm staying focused on, I guess first I'm flushing whatever it might be that is a distraction, but then I'm focusing on what I want to have happen or how I want to show up in a situation.
Great. So it's useful and efficient. So
yes, and it facilitates routine. It's something that we can do in 3 minutes at the start and or end of a day, if not before an event, and can keep us moving forward.
Absolutely. I remember you talked to Eric about back when you were coaching that you were not as tired at the end of mid-season, end of season, that it also, because I want people to understand relaxed body, calm mind doesn't mean just laid back, kind of not caring. It's relaxed body, calm mind, let me on the field kind of experience.
Yeah. Yeah, there was less energy being channeled in less than constructive ways, and there was more energy to harvest and use in moments that were important.
Absolutely. Anything else that two of you are thinking of you would want to say to a viewing audience about learning some skill practices for mental emotional fitness rather than waiting, wishing, hoping that you get calm?
I think just give it a try and see how it helps you, because I think it'll help a lot of more people than people think that it's going to help.
Thanks, Sebi, and I appreciate the reminder. Give it a try, because it's hard to talk about. You need to experience it. So those of you who may be watching at home, please follow Sebby's advice and give it a try. Test drive it, see how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would echo that sentiment. Just you could even set your timer in the morning and set it for the 3 minutes, and just do it over the course of a week or a month, and see what you think.
Exactly. Thank you both very much. And maybe we'll do this again.